Hey guys, Dale Taylor here. For any of you who haven't heard yet, Relevant Search has now been renamed to Dataverse Search. And for any of you who are not sure what I'm referring to, well, Data Search, aka Relevant Search, is the global search that comes with the application. Previously, we had to configure this by navigating to customizations and then customize the system. We would open the default solution and make our configurations there. There is now a new way to do this. So if you're interested in learning more, sit right back and enjoy this video. In order to configure Dataverse Search, you want to turn it on first, right? So you can go to admin.powerplatform.microsoft.com where you will see your environments listed, and you're going to open up the environment. Then you're going to go into settings, and then under product, you'll notice features, and that's where you want to drill into. And this is where Dataverse is turned on or off, but obviously you want to make sure that that's turned on. Now, it is important to understand that certain tables are already included with Dataverse Search, but you have the ability to remove any of them if that's something that you want to do. And you also have the ability to add custom tables to Dataverse Search. The tables that are enabled by default for Dataverse Search in an environment without Dynamics 365 apps installed are listed in the article, and I'll drop the link of that article also here in my comments. And then also there is a list for tables that are enabled by default for Dataverse Search in an environment that does have Dynamics 365 apps installed. Now, unfortunately, this is not where you will do that configuration. In order to start working on that, you're going to have to go to make.powerapps.com. So I already have that open over here. And then, of course, you want to make sure that you have the correct environment selected as well. Then I'm going to go into solutions, and then you can open up any of those solutions. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to search for the default solution, and I'm going to open up that solution right here. Then you can click here on Overview, and here you get some information in regards to Dataverse Search. So I can see in this particular solution, the columns indexed for search percentage-wise in this solution and this environment, right? It's the same because I'm using the default solution. Now, it's important to understand that there is no limit in the number of tables that can be indexed for Dataverse Search, but there is a limit on the total number of columns that you can include, and that number is 1,000 columns. Another thing that you want to keep in mind is that out of those 1,000 columns that we get, 50 of those columns are mandatory fields. So think about owning business units, state code, status code, name, etc. So that's going to leave us with a total of 950 columns that we can then configure as searchable columns. And this is then obviously also that total number of fields that is available for the entire environment. So when you click on Manage Index, you see that right over here. You're going to notice that this opens this side pane here, right, that you're seeing on the right side of the screen. And this is showing us a list of table names that are included in the application. So this view will show you a list of all of the tables that we can make searchable, right, for the users. So all you have to do to add a table to the Dataverse Search is check the box next to it. So if I'm going to say, oh, I want to add account priority to it as well, right? I can just check that box. And then I can just hit the save button directly from within here. Now, unfortunately, you don't have the ability to make updates to the columns from here. If you want to add or remove columns from the index, you can do that by removing or adding the find fields from a quick find view of a table. The find columns in the quick view present all of the columns of a table that will be searched. So let me actually show you that. I'm going to go duplicate this tab here real quick. And I'm going to go back here now. I'm going to Dataverse. I'm going to go to Tables. And I'm going to show you this on the account table. So I'm going to go to Views. And what I'm looking for is that quick find of the active accounts. Right, so here you can see the view columns up top, and what we want to do is we want to change some of those find columns, right? That's the columns that we're using to search the data. So I can click here, edit find table columns, and those are the columns that we're searching through, right? So if I want to add one, I can just check that box next to it. Then I can hit apply, and then obviously I need to save and publish that table, and that's how we can do that. And I just wanted to show you one more thing here. This is where you can see the number of columns that are added to the index per table. Keep in mind that even though most types of fields take up just one column in the search index in Dataverse search, some type of fields might take up more than one column. So for example, if you have an option set or choice type of field, they actually take up 2 columns in the search index, while a lookup will take up 3. Keep in mind that any changes that you make to that Dataverse configuration can take up to about 50 minutes to publish. The actual timing can be longer and will depend on the amount of data in the environment. Thanks so much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed it, please do not forget to hit that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe so you'll never miss another video again. Thanks again for watching, and until next time.